Will Democrats who've been loyal Democrats for a long time just sit back and allow Charlie Crist to walk in and say, I'm the new savior of the Democratic Party. I was a Republican, I was an independent, and now I'm the new Democrat.
No, and I think that what Steve said would happen in the Republican Party if Charlie Crist decides he's going to run as a Democrat. There will be civil war in the Democratic Party. Okay. There are a lot of people who are very. So so if that happens, I think that if Charlie Crist decides to run and there is war in the Democratic Party, what about this idea? Wouldn't that, as long as the Democrats are fighting, does that give rise to some fighting within the Republican Party, where we have two feuding parties? I mean, it's possible.
Charlie Crist is talking to a lot of people out there. He's going to go back to the White House. He's been invited to a reception at the White House in December. He's been talking to, who's the most respected member of the Democratic Party in Florida at the moment? Who would it be? I would argue Bob Graham. He's been talking to Bob Graham. Okay, and so if a scenario can develop whereby a person of Bob Graham's stature just says to Democratic club leaders in Palm Beach County, look, just take the time to learn about Charlie Crist. If he puts his hand on Charlie Crist's shoulder, I think that's an amazing step forward for Crist to be basically endorsed by someone. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but it could happen.
I'm not so sure that's going to happen. I really, but we'll see. But we'll see.
Okay. Who do they have? I mean, they have gone 2 decades without being able to win a statewide race.
But that's just it. If nobody else steps forward, then people like Bob Graham will say,
it will be
you're the anointed one.
And the more that step forward, Mary Ellen, the easier it is for former Governor Crist to win in a primary, because his name recognition is enormous. And as one of you two just pointed out, as a retail politician goes, he's pretty hard to beat. I mean, that's what he likes. He likes being out with people and leave the governor and others.
He was on the campaign trail more than Rick Scott was for Obama for a reason. He was building his base, and that's politics 101.
And in 2014, if things go well for the Obama administration, he perhaps has both President Obama and former President Clinton coming in to help him. Campaign in Florida.
Look at how much we're talking about him. I mean, it's amazing.
Well, that's the point, Steve.
That's the point. I'm sitting here thinking,
he's controversial. There's an old saying that even bad news when it comes to politicians, having your name in the paper may be the best thing, whether it's good or bad.